Hey y'all, I'll be showing you guys how I made this handmade closure, the easiest way to make a handmade closure for synthetic wigs. So that's the lace net I'll be using for today's tutorial. It's a Swiss lace net and I'll just be pinning it down as usual. And after I pin it down, I'll be going on with the measurements. So I want to do a 4x4 lace closure. So while I'm taking down my measurements, I'm going to take down the middle and the front, the forehead part. So I'm going to take a 4.5, so it's 4.5 measurement for the top, so I get extra space. And then for the forehead parts, I'm going to be taking a 4 inches and add 1 inch to it, and that's because when I want to sew, I'll be able to have extra space so I don't exceed the 4 inches or like make it bigger or smaller. It has to actually be accurate, so that's why I'm taking extra inches, so while I fold, I'll be able to like fold comfortably. So I'm going to cut it out straightly and back to my machine. So I actually did a curved cutting, but I'm sorry I didn't show you all how to do that, but it's as easy as anything. So I'm going to fold each side. That's why I did those 2 markings. One side would be lapping or be on top the other side, just like, you know, now when you're actually folding your stuff together. So I'm going to fold and fold, give it a little dart over there so that I don't have like extra things popping out, or it just has to lay flat. So I'm going to do that and then just keep folding carefully. So guys, I'm using a white thread, and that's because I thought it was going to show or be clear. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but I'm not supposed to use a white thread. I'm supposed to use the actual color of the Swiss lace, but I actually used a white thread because I am making a video. But if you want to use a white thread, it should be for your own personal use, but if you're doing it for someone else, it should always be the color of the Swiss lace. So I just continued folding and making sure that the dart doesn't pop up or it's actually laying down flat. So that's where I'm going to put together, like I showed you now. So I just fold them and just sew it round. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can actually use your needle and thread, although your needle and thread is going to take a whole lot of time because you really have to be so careful and all that. But I think if you're using your needle and thread, I don't think you'd have to fold it like this. But since we're using a machine and it has to be professional, you just have to use your machine, you know, and then you have to fold it. So that is what I did. So after I finished the whole sewing it round, you'll be seeing the outcome, and this is what it literally looks like. That's exactly how your Swiss lace or whatever lace closure you want to do should be like. So as you see, it's a 4 and it's a 5 now because, you know, normally you're supposed to have extra ends in front so that the hair can have, maybe if you want to have a baby hair or you want to cut it off. So that's why I added extra ends to it. So right now I am just going to be sewing on the lace closure. I'm going to be sewing it round and round and round until I get to a certain place which you guys will get to see later on, but like as soon as possible. Yeah, but I'll just keep sewing round and round the lace closure until I get to the middle, like almost at the middle, and then I would stop sewing and go to the next important part, which is actually simple. It's not really hard. I don't think there's anything hard in this video. There's nothing hard in this video. You can use your needle and thread for this particular sewing. Yes, it's as easy as ABC. You can use your needle and thread for this. And if you're not really familiar with your machine, just take your time, because definitely your machine would be getting stuck with the whole hair or it's be getting jammed, but you don't have to worry. So this is the second hair piece of hair I'll be putting on the lace net, but it's going to be like, I think it's going to be like at least 4 pieces I put on this lace closure, and then I continued. But you can put as many as possible. Just make sure it's laying down flat, like really laying down flat, and it's not going to like have any curve or any slant sewing. Okay, so that's it. So guys, after I was done with this part, the next clip was shot at night because I was supposed to do this clip, but I totally forgot till it was dark, so I had to do it like this. That's why the quality is like this. So guys, after that part of the installation, this is what I did next. So I divided the one of the wefts into 2 parts, not just one. So I divided the weft into 2 parts, then divided it again into 2 parts, so I'll be able to cut out the actual weft that is sewed. And then after cutting it out, I took out the extra hairs so it would be smooth. So I took just one single I took it one by one, so I don't get like too much of bad hairs, you know. So I took one piece to install. I used a crochet pin. You can use your ventilating needle. I'm sure if you know how to do that, you can do it. So I used my own crochet pin to do this method. So I just took them little by little, so I don't have that rough look. Okay, so I don't like lose everything in just one moment. So this is what it's looking like now after separating it. So the next stage, I'll be using this separating method, and I'll be applying this Milano Hair Super Gloss Salon Tested Spirit for all hair types. So I'll just be sprinkling it on the hair and then taking a little section of the hair to twist. So I'll get at least a very close curls to the hair. Although I just didn't have patience, but if you do this one by one, like little piece to little piece, you would get exactly the curls. So after doing this, I used my hand dryer to just dry everything out and make sure the curls are dope. So after curling it normal, I just unraveled it and then did the wig itself. I made the wig itself, and you'll be seeing the result in a short while. Keep watching. So guys, this is exactly what the hair looks like. This is exactly what it looks like. Like at first I thought it was not gonna be nice, the curls were just too poppy, but girl, this hair is good. Like looking at it from the outside or whatever, even if it's with you think it's actually human hair, like a real human hair, but it's literally a very fine Remy hair. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and if you want this hair, you can hit me up on my social media handle, my Instagram, my business pages, and my email. I'll be seeing you guys on my next video. I love you all so much. Stay blessed, stay safe. I love you. Mwah.